My name is Paul Barron. This is TechPath. Let's jump into it today. Let's talk about where the recovery for cryptocurrency could be going. And I should say just blockchain technology in general. If you look at some of the altcoins that have been moving, a lot of you have been following a lot of the data and the analysis that we've been doing here on TechPath. And maybe you've caught some of our recent videos with Algorand and the likes. We're hoping to get some more coin and or technology guys on here to kind of go in this direction, especially around companies like XRP, Polygon, etc. I want to jump into the list and kind of dive into a couple of the movers that were really having some fun over the weekend. I know that's crazy when we saw basically one of the bare bottoms of the market, but what it presented was some great buying opportunities if you are in the altcoin and looking at the alternative technology that a lot of these level 2 coins are really focused on. There were some big deals. Let's jump over quickly to token metrics. I just want to kind of look at their chart. I want to zoom in on this a little bit. We'll slide over to kind of the big movers real quickly. Polygon, of course. Let's do a refresh on this just so we have the most recent data. And move in quickly here. Oh, we got to get that going faster here, guys. And 24-hour price change. All right, so there you go. Polygon moved up a little bit. So right there, Polygon is holding in at what was a 24-hour price change of 104%. Maker came in at 92%. SafeMoon at 61%. Aave, I'm a holder of 48%. Chainlink, I'm a holder of. And we continue to see that there's Polkadot and also Avalanche, AVAX, another holder of that one. These are some very interesting altcoins that I think continue. And I do like Cardano, of course, on its. Hopefully, you got a chance to get Cardano at its bare basement at about $1.09 this weekend. It was a great opportunity. It's trading up above 150 this morning. There's some great opportunities here where we see the movement. I want to jump over to CoinMarketCap real quick and just take a look at where Ethereum is running. Ethereum currently running at 2560. Nice recovery. Another one that has basically been, this was a big move for me over the weekend of getting Ethereum at 1800. That was a great opportunity. I think there was some great buying opportunities again over the weekend where a lot of people were looking at, and here it is, Cardano trading at $1.50, which was 24 hours ago. You could have bought this for $1.09. So as you can see, there's some actual movement back into the altcoin space. And this is the reason I think we need to be paying attention. Here's the one factor though. A lot of these altcoins are specifically tied to the relevance of what's happening in Bitcoin. And I want to jump over on Trade the Chain quickly. And let's jump over to the coins quick before we get into the XRP topic. But right here on Trade the Chain, let's look at sentiment analysis right here with Bitcoin. You can kind of see where Bitcoin has started to move up. We've seen the price here at 37.6, holding strong, and sentiment is starting to rise right here. I want to zoom in on that just a little bit so you can really kind of see the relationship to what I'm talking about. What I look for are these kinds of moves right here, these little plateaus that start to move in sentiment. Remember, sentiment is a bit trailing, but if you can get out on the very edge of it and really look at where it's moving, and go right at it. Here we are at 1425 UTC and at 37.7. Daily sentiment is right at 55 on Bitcoin. The reason this is important in the altcoin space is because a lot of these coins are really tied in to the sentiment of Bitcoin. I want to jump back over here to the coins and let's take a quick look at XRP. This is the one that is a little bit perplexing to me, and I think it's an opportunity that could present itself, because this is one of those that has been lagging in a recovery. Let's go to the 7-day. And you can kind of see where it fell off right here. I want to kind of jump to XRP a little closer. Right here was the D-Day point at 114 on May 21st. This is where it went south for XRP. And the reason I think the XRP might be an early purchase is because of where this sentiment is falling. Right here, you see sentiment where it started to almost recover, but yet the price pushed it down and held it. And there you go, continued negative sentiment brewing, but you've got a rise occurring right here. And this is what we're looking for, because you can also see things like this right here, where you see sentiment showing positive and then basically price jumping in deep underneath it at $1, basically $1.01. Now XRP trading at 87 cents. So this is one of those coins that could be a player. And when I look at altcoins, and just remember, as a full disclosure here, not investment advice. When you are looking at what we're doing here on TechPath, remember, we're using a lot of different tools, technical analysis. We also use our own sentiment data pools because we've done and built an index over the last 8 years to basically analyze consumer sentiment based on NLP and some machine learning, basically keyword analysis, and where that associates when you do multi-layer keyword analysis and then throw some AI on top of that, you get some feedback, which is usually sentiment scores that can start doing some predictive. That's really what we do, but as a reminder, not investment advice. We are not financial advisors, so don't listen to anything we're saying. Hopefully this is giving you just a direction to move your own research and really dive into the tool sets that are out there getting into it. So that's the main thing. So let's jump back over here to the XRP chart real quickly from Trade the Chain. I think this is where it looks as though you could start to see a recovery. Let's go to take a look at ADA real quick. Jump over here to the coins. Sometimes I can't move too quickly on these because my mouse is not the same. And let's take a look at Cardano and see its recovery. This is the one right here. Cardano is a little bit of a different animal, and you'll start to see it right here. So this is what I'm talking about. Deep sentiment, shallow sentiment right here in a somewhat of a drop after a positive sentiment gain and a nice little bump right here. Then you see it start to really fall off May 22nd, May 23rd, and then there you go on today, May 24th, as Cardano hit its low. I think it was $1.09, that's showing at $1.13. And now where we are right now as Cardano starts to pull out. So my predictive, without even looking at our sentiment, you can kind of see the movement here. My question is, do we start to see Cardano move up further? And is this a good entry point? Right now, my prediction is this is a good entry point. If you got it anywhere in this position, anything over the buck, maybe $1.60, I think you got to back off and wait and see, because I do think we are going to see another dip. So let's kind of hold on Cardano in the sense, if you weren't in at $1.15 and below, maybe $1.20 and below, I would hold on purchasing Cardano. Let's trace that for a second. Hold on Cardano. I think we're going to see another dip here in the market, both from Bitcoin and, as I said, these market leaders that are moving back into that. So I think that's the scenario. Back to our top winners chart over on Token Metrics. Let's just kind of jump to it again, just to give you guys a quick view here so you can kind of see. Let me zoom up so where it's a little bit more legible on your screen if you're watching this on your mobile device and you haven't went landscape mode just yet. Polygon, of course, again, holding hard. Maker, again, really coming in. Aave, which has been a big performer in the past, has kind of recovered to a certain extent there. Of course, PancakeSwap and some of those. So this is all of the top alpha males when it comes to, and here's Solana coming back in, nice. And then of course, ETH Classic, and there's Cardano at 28% on its jump to 150. I still think this is gonna be a soft one. This has got some room to move for, if you're patient, this has got some room to move. If you're patient, let's look for the next dip right here on Cardano. On some of these others, which are XRP, those are the ones that I feel like you've got a potential at. Look at Algorand just fly off. We just had them on the show, jumping up here at 25%. And this is, of course, the 24-hour rise. Let's take a look at the 30-day prediction. Let's rank this on the 30-day and see who's top. So there's ICP, which is Internet Computer. You can get this on Coinbase. This is highly discounted from where it was just a few weeks ago at trading at I think this thing was trading up above $400. So big discount right here, has a long-term potential right here. Tezos, Terra, Bitcoin SV. This is one of our guys in the studios all over this one. And then of course you kind of see what's happening all the way down into Solana, which is at 20%. So if you are looking at altcoins right now, the key here is short-term trades. If you're not looking at short-term trades, this 30-day, at least when you look at token metrics, their 30-day is not super powerful unless we see some big movement in Bitcoin, which could start to change the things up of where it's going. And I think that's the key thing that you have to watch, is keep a tight leash on where Bitcoin is. Understand to follow the sentiment as closely as you can. If you're looking at TA, any kind of technical analysis that really rolls into sentiment analysis, there's not enough history in many of these coins, so you can't look at historical. And you've got to be able to really look at where the markets are moving and where are some of these big programs getting any kind of lifelines in terms of their project advancements. Those are the other ones that are big. Algorand, when you think about them, we just had them along with the Carbon guys on, and it was kind of fun because the ability to go carbon negative for an altcoin with what's happening with both in China, and you've got a lot of the miners now starting to maybe look at repositioning, China shutting down some of those mining operations. This is going to create an opportunity, I think, for a lot of more carbon negative and carbon neutral projects with companies like, or blockchain techs like Algorand and what they're doing over there. But there are many others that are moving in this direction along that level 1 Ethereum pipe. So you've got a lot of opportunity here when it comes to the altcoin world. And we may see an altcoin summer really starting. DeFi is really going to kind of move quickly over the next few months. And I think, again, all of this is tied back to Bitcoin. So again, if you're tuning in over on the podcast, make sure and stay tuned over there. Hit the subscribe button so you get the podcast coming over to you. When you're driving, you can listen to TechPath. When you're not, make sure and join us here on YouTube, because we really jump into the charts a lot, especially around digital assets, to give you a lot more insight on where consumer sentiment and influence is going, and understanding where some of this track is heading in terms of the predictive analysis that we try to put forth here on TechPath. Make sure and subscribe right here on YouTube. You can also hit me up on Twitter @Paul Barron. We'll catch you next time right here on TechPath.